I really would just like to focus on the question about safety, because I mean, it's something that I suppose is personally of interest to me. I cycled here this evening. I'm very conscious of not every road is a brilliant road to cycle along. Bishopsgate was fun this evening. What I will say is that TFL do very many things extremely well, and I'm not a knocker of TFL, but there is one thing that I think they consistently get wrong, and you've put your finger on it, which is the way that they treat people, either people who've been injured or seriously injured at their hands effectively, either directly if it's a bus or indirectly on a junction, or even the relatives, grieving relatives of someone who has been killed. And I've spoken to quite a number of people over a very long time. A man called Tom who was hit by a London bus wing mirror, effectively left for dead on the pavement. It was only the fact he thinks that it was extremely cold that sort of kept him alive until the ambulance was there. TFL never really got in touch with him about it. He was in a coma for a very long time. Melissa, who was killed at Victoria, and then the Victoria bus station was redone, and almost immediately afterwards, Kathy was killed in very, very similar circumstances. I've spoken to Kathy's family, and they, again and again, I hear a story a bit like yours, which is that TFL, when things are going well, they're very happy to tell you how well things are going and how brilliant they are, and often they are brilliant and they are going well. And I think it is a consistent blind spot, and I brought it up with the mayor a number of times, that when things go wrong, either extremely badly wrong, when someone is killed or seriously injured, or even just when the service is a bit awful. The Croydon tram had a whole period last year when it just wasn't running. They go to ground and they don't communicate, and they sort of go into like a submarine mode where they only want to pop up and talk to people when they can tell a good news story. It really isn't good enough, and I take the mayor's commitment to tackle it, but what I will say is that it isn't the first time there's been a commitment, and it is very much not the first time I've heard it. So I will continue to be an absolute nuisance on this issue, because I think it is probably the single biggest blind spot that TFL have, and it doesn't seem that hard to be better at it, just to be a bit human sometimes when something has gone badly wrong.